You say, well, I'm really not in it for the money. Go and make a bunch of it and then give it away. And I'm not talking about like a little profit. I'm talking about a big monster profit. The more money that you make, the more you can do great things with it.
We're in business to be profitable. We want our, and there's value there to our client, and I would say in general, they want us to be profitable. They want us to warranty their home. They want us to be around. They want us for phase two. And, there's a term profit first, and that's something you speak about, Sean. I mean, this is one of your strengths is you really get into the nitty gritty about how companies, without getting into percentage or markup or margin, but, understand how they invest and build their company from a financial standpoint.
This will piss a lot of financial people off because it's like so basic and so simple, but this is what we do is break things down and make them very simple. It's like you can only spend 100% of your income month to month, quarter to quarter. Do we end up spending more money than comes in? Yeah, certainly, because there are trends in our business and you have to identify that. But in general, year over year, if you're spending more than 100% of the income that comes in, then you're going to have some problems. So with Profit First, we try to take this financial system that is very complicated, the accounting and all of that kind of stuff. It, like we said before, it takes an expert to understand how to account for things. But you as the business owner, like you are in charge of all of that money that's coming in. When the IRS, when it's some bill doesn't get paid or whatever, it's you, not your employees that are necessarily, maybe necessarily on the line. With that 100% comes in, we got to pay all of our bills. The money that we have to use, well, we've got some profit that we need to make. If we're not making a profit, then why are we in business? When we make a profit, then you're going to pay tax on that. So those are some bank accounts that we set up so that when money comes in, we can set that money aside. Then we have to take care of the most important employee. This is going to sound bad because it sounds like anti-leadership and anti-servant leadership and all that kind of stuff. But Brad, I know you don't walk around feeling this way, but without you, the business wouldn't exist, right? So we got to take care of the owner and make sure most construction business owners aren't being compensated for the risk and the liability and their expertise. So that's bank account number 3 is we got to make sure that the owner's getting paid for working in the business. And then finally, the rest is like, that's how we operate the business. So we call it that OPEX account. So it's just that simple system. We got a bank account that handles the money coming in. And then we split that up, how we need to operate our business between profit, tax, owner's compensation, and operating the business. If you don't have the money in the operations account, the OPEX account, that is your business screaming at you to operate differently. Most people say, well, we don't have any profit, but we're paying our bills. Like, what the heck are you doing in business? And it sounds bad. Like, oh, we want to take care of our customers. The best way to take care of your customers is to make a profit. And I'm not talking about like a little profit. I'm talking about a big monster profit. You can do a lot of good with running a profitable company. You can provide jobs. You can serve more customers. You can give back to your community. You can provide so many more opportunities with profit. You don't have any of that, you don't get invited to be that business owner in your community. And a lot of builders, a lot of construction business owners struggle with that because they say, well, I didn't get into building for the money. And I always say, it's like, yeah, when I hear that, it's probably because you haven't made any. Here's what I recommend. If you're starting a construction company or you have a construction company right now and you say, well, I'm really not in it for the money, go and make a bunch of it and then give it away. It's the same. You end up at the same place and everybody's lives around you are improved because of it. So this just part of being a business coach. Sometimes you got to call crap when you see it and be like, oh, I'm not really in it for the money. You should be, because money, profit, is a measure of effectiveness. The more effective you are with your customers, with your employees, in your community, the more money you're going to make. The more money that you make, the more you can do great things with it.
No, I love that. And the call to action there, I mean, just the directness, Sean, we can understand the philosophy of profit first and the bank accounts and who we should pay. And that's really important that we're taking that step first to build on that, as you mentioned, in the systems and effectiveness and resources. And if I don't know my numbers, if I don't know my costs, if I don't know what I'm spending on a monthly basis, there's no way for me to better that process and system to allow for the incidentals and things that come up to be profitable. So at the end of the day, I can be charitable and help my community and help my family and be there for my client, as, years down the road.